Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to my wall of guns in Minecraft on the server. So, I built a shop, and there's a bar, and there's a shop, and there's also going to be a giveaway area soon. And a lot of our population on the server are American, and we don't have a gun shop. It's weird. So I'm going to make a gun shop. In an old creeper hole, back that way, I've built an arms factory, which we'll be looking at in a minute, and I've also, that way, through a portal, built the shop. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to go to the shop next, show you the shop and show you the bar. It's still a sort of work in progress, but it's coming along quite nicely. And then we're going to go the other way down to the arms factory, and I'm going to kind of build some stuff on camera, show you quite how the stuff at the arms factory is working. So if you like guns and bombs and that sort of thing, stay tuned. So, this is the bar. It's not really finished yet, I must say. I want bar stools all the way along there, and some tables and chairs around here. This area will be the giveaway area. There's going to be some like puzzles and stuff over there, and that will just all be sort of, you know, free to enter and try your luck. We've got bar area here with sort of everything's sort of micro blocked up, and we've got some shelves under here, and a chest full of useful things like cake, because you never know when you might need cake. And then through here is the shop itself. There's a portal here that goes back to spawn, and then we've got some shops here. Now let me show you how to do these. So say for example I wanted to sell ink sacks. We have a plugin that handles all that kind of stuff. So you would shift right click with your sign on a chest. First line you leave blank. The second line, how much of an item do you want to sell? So 5. Next one down. So B is, it's from the person buying thing. So B is they would be buying something from you, and S would be they are selling something to you. So if I wanted to do buy, then space, and then say 20. So they will be buying 5 for $20 from this chest. And then the last one would be the name of the item. So ink sack. Black ink sack, it all comes up automatically, and it shows who the seller is. If you don't want to have the shop anymore, you just destroy you can just destroy the sign, and then it just reverts everything back to normal. Then going down, this will all be construction foamed, and there will be shops all the way down with, you know, guns and ammunition and various things. Probably not guns, actually. I'm thinking about doing guns as a sort of an order only item, because they are quite complex to build. So yeah, they would probably be an order only item, but you know, we can have signs up with the prices on them just in the shop. So that's that. So that's the bar and that's the shop done, and then the portal here, as I said, it just goes back to spawn. Standard Mistcraft portal, just crystal frame with a book in it, and then that should, of course, it might go back to spawn. Interesting. Looks like that should work. Oh, it was just a little bit of lag. It's fine. Yep, here we go, and this is back at the spawn point where all the shops are. Eventually I'll have a shop in here, so that people can come to the spawn point to buy things, but I don't have the money to do that yet, so I can't do that at the moment. Some quite nice shops here. I like this one. This is Sills. It's slime. There we go, and we're up at the top floor, and then you can just drop down. It's kind of neat. I do like that one. There's some quite complex looking ones. That's quite intricate with all the micro blocks. I like, you know, well built things. Not necessarily so much of what the shop's selling, more of what the shop looks like. That's reasonable. So yeah, I'll go back to the factory and have a look around the factory, and then we can start getting the factory actually running on camera. So see you in a sec. And we are back, and this is the arms factory. It doesn't look like much from the outside, and I will be doing sort of a piston door there, and yeah, and maybe a little bit of detailing out here as well. But on the inside, that's where I've been doing the work. So starting from the top, we have solar generators. Now these are generators from open blocks, and they, during the day, it's set up so I've got a light sensor here, and during the day it outputs a redstone signal into a very simple NOT gate. So that's not got a redstone signal on. What that means is that these are charging. I'm just going to turn this on so that they're not charging, because I don't need them to charge. I need them to output quite urgently. Because solar generators can only ever gather energy or transmit energy. They can't do both at the same time. So they work very, very well, but it's one or the other, and that's what my factory is working off. So once you give them a redstone signal, they begin transmitting energy, and that will charge this redstone energy cell here. This redstone energy cell powers the few items I have. So I've got a pulverizer here, and I've also got a couple of furnaces down here as well. The redstone furnaces are for plastics, and the pulverizer is for making sand. In fact, I can just put that in. It also outputs gravel as well, so we can make some reasonable pardon and the like. The entire factory is run using Project Red pipes. Now the system isn't working quite as well as I'd like, and we're going to be doing a little bit of that on camera, so I can show you again, you know, how these things work and how they can be put to use. The reason why I'm using this instead of Buildcraft systems or logistic pipes or applied energistics is simply because I want to do something different. And applied energistics has a few issues of its own, and quite frankly, this looks a little bit cooler. I can use multiple parts on it, and yeah, it all looks good. So let me go through. So this makes sand, and that puts sand into this chest, which takes the sand and puts it into the auto workbench. Now this is making TNT. That's making gunpowder that goes into the TNT thing, because in here we've got the chip set up. Although it's not really quite working to plan. We've got broadcast chip, we've got an item stock keeper chip. The problem that I have with this system is that I am unable to extract items from these auto workbenches. Well, not entirely true. I can extract them, but I can't extract that slot. I can extract these slots, which it's pointless extracting from those slots, but it won't let me extract from that slot. I don't know why. As a result, what I've had to do is I've had to put in stock keeper chips. Now stock keeper chips will keep a constant inventory of an item in this inventory. So I've set this up to put in 64, ensure that there's 64 TNT in this chest at all times, and because I'm making it slowly, it doesn't really matter. and what I have to do then is put stock keeper chips on each of these to ensure that they've got the items, that they're pulling the items into the inventories that they need. They also need broadcast chips in them so that the entire network knows exactly what's in each thing, so the stock keeper chips can do their work. Which is, you know, it's a little bit more complicated than I would have liked. I would have liked to have been able to use extractor chips on each of these, and then use item response chips or broadcast chips or whatever, probably stock keeper chips actually on these to pull the right items in, but it doesn't seem that I can do that. So, you know, we work around the mods just the way that they're built. So I guess we get to it. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second, be right back. Okay, so what it seems to be is that I need an extractor chip on each one of these inventories here, that one and the one up there, and potentially this one as well. Yeah, that one as well. All of this needs broadcast chips anyway, so we need 2 extractors. I'm just going to write this down. So I need 2 extractor chips. Then I need broadcast chips for every inventory that doesn't have one already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should just be 6. Oh, 7 as well, because we've got that one as well too. So we need 7 broadcasters. And then we need stock keeper chips, for which we just need that on each of these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that one's already got one which we can pilfer. So yeah, we can use that one. So we need 4 stock keepers. So just as a quick explanation, the extractor pulls out of any inventory, and you can tell it what you want to pull out from an inventory. The broadcast chips basically tell the entire network what's in that inventory, and then the stock keepers will put a specified amount of an item into that inventory. So for example, if I was to tell that pipe to always keep 64 of needle gun in that inventory, it would pull this out until it reached 64, and then it would stop. So that's useful. In this chest here, I've already set this up. So I basically rejiggered some of my system so that all item drops from my mob spawners now go into an ender chest, and that ender chest hole is rigged into here. So if anything goes into this ender chest that I need, like gunpowder, arrows, saltpeter, coal, anything like that, it will be pulled out and will go into this system. Now I've jiggered it in a way on the mob spawner end so that only items that I'm actually going to need go into that chest, because otherwise it will just get full up with rotten flesh and just things that I don't need in this area. But things like arrows and gunpowder, you know, they're quite common mob drops, so they'll end up in this system and will be I'll be able to automatically craft things like needle gun ammunition, which I'm going to need a lot of. The last part of this entire network, two things actually. These are junction pipes here. These basically keep the network intelligent. It tells items where to go. It basically sorts out routing, and it also expands networks. So if you've got a very long pipe, you might need one of these every so often, just so that the one side of the network can speak to the other one. The last one is this. This is a request pipe, and through this item I can see everything that's currently in the network and available, and I can request some of it. So, you know, if I wanted sand, for example, I could say, yeah, I want one sand, and it will pull it out from the network, and it will get horribly confused and then give it to me. So that's that. And when I get more broadcast chips in, more of the network will expand on that screen. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go down to my I don't know what you call it, my workshop-ish room, and we're going to get started building these chips. So, you know, I will see you in a second. Okay, so the first thing we need to make is the null logic chips. So I'm just going to make a load of golden nuggets. Probably going to need a few. If not for this part, then for the next part. So we need 13 null logic chips. So that will do. So we've got 13 of them. Moving to this one. So what did we need? So let's start at the top. We need 2 extractor chips. So what do we need to make extractor chips? I think they're the they're the cyan ones. So we need cyan alumina, which means green dye and blue dye. Well, we have I think some green dye in here. Nope. Right, time to go and get some green dye. I've got blue dye with me. I just need some cacti. There we go. And just replant all my cacti. Oh, 3 of them. So that should get us enough green dye for the Lumina. So while that's cooking, I also need to nip downstairs and grab some glowstone, because I rather stupidly forgot to bring glowstone up with me. Unless I've got any there. Ooh, I've got some orange and I've got some cyan, I've got some glowstone there. Perfect. Right. So we can put it in our cyan that we do have. And then what else do we need? Iron. So we need 2 iron there. And we just needed 2 extractor chips, didn't we? So there's our cacti. So we make cyan dye, and then we make our luma. Right. So we need 2 of them. So we can cross that off our list. Next up, I'm just going to write chip. So we needed broadcast chip, which are the purple ones, and stock keepers, which are the blue ones. I'll do the blue ones next because they are slightly easier. So I will need to nip downstairs and grab some diamonds, if I've even got any. So see you in a sec. I just need to grab some more materials from downstairs. Right, I'm back. Had to go and buy some diamonds because I'd run out completely. So I need 4 diamonds in there and some redstone in there. And we need, what is it? We needed quite a fair amount, actually. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. We need 4 stock keepers, don't we? So we need another 8. And So that's our item stock keepers done. Last one is the broadcasters, which we need to make magenta, which means red dye. There we go. And blue dye. Okay. Oh, damn it! Just made a load of purple dye. Give me a second. I need to go and get some more red dye from somewhere. Unless I can make this out of purple. Magenta. Oh, purple and pink. How do I make pink? I might be able to do at least some of this. Enough to give you a basic idea of what's going on, at least. Okay, glowstone. Yeah, so I'll only be able to make one of them. That's right. I can fix that later. Drop that purple dye in there. What was I looking for? Gold. It's only the broadcast chips anyway, so it's not desperately urgent, because all the broadcast chips do is tell the system what's currently in them. So wander down to the yard, and then we can start getting this stuff in and operational. So what needs the broadcaster chip first of all? I think the broadcaster chip should go into this one here. So right click on it, and then you just kind of set up this. You can set all of these types of things. So priority, I'm going to stick the priority to 1. So that's now telling the system there should be some. There you go. We've got 41 TNT in the system. It's not bad. So in here we need our item extractor chip. Oh no, it's not in that one, it's in this one here. That's all okay. So what's that? That's just saying that if there's anything in this chest here that the system wants, it can just pull it out. Then the stock keeper chips are going to be rather more complicated, because it is very much dependent on the inventory that we're trying to fill. So that extractor chip can go in there. That one's all set up, yeah. So that now. So this one. So we need to keep maybe about 8 plastic in this at all times. So we go into our fill mode. Oh no, sorry, we go into our stock. We drop that in there. It's just a ghost. So you can then select 8, and then you've still got the item there. You then right click on that one, and now that will ask for, that should fill it. Might need a broadcaster. Right. I think we do need broadcasters on these, so let me just nix the broadcaster just to make sure that this is actually working. I've got stock keeper in there. Ah, there we go. So we just needed the broadcaster in there so that it knew where it needed to pull things from. So we can just leave that in there for the moment. That's working. Right. Now we can just finish repairing it. Finish fixing this up. So we need, I'd say, because we need 7 now, I'd say we need 14 in there at any one time. So we just set that to say 14. And then drop that one in. Right, this is a little bit more complicated because there's a few more items in here. Got gunpowder, right. So let's ask for 2 of those. Let's ask for a reasonable amount of those. Is that right? No, that isn't right. Don't need those. It's gunpowder we need. Let's say 4 of them. And arrows. Let's say 12 of them. So we've got a reasonable stock being called for. Now, this won't all work yet because I need to broadcast chips, and I'll just do that off camera. But you can see, you know, the benefits of using this system. It does work reasonably nicely. So, yeah, it'll be good when it's all working well. I think this will be absolutely awesome. But for now, I think we're, you know, starting to reach a point where it's been going on for quite some time. So for now, I will say thank you for watching, and I will say see you next week, or next time, I should say.